guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs, and today I'm going to show you guys how I made this super cute and very vibrant tumbler that I got inspiration from a graphic on Creative Fabrica. I will link the exact graphic down below in the description so you can see what I'm referencing, but I really love it. I love how it turned out. I hope you love it too. So let's go ahead and dive right in and get started. So I'm starting off with a 20-ounce modern from Maker Flow Crafts, and I base painted just a swirl pattern with color shop paints. The pink is Farmer's Daughter and the purple is Aromatherapy. It was windy and snowing a little bit, so it's not like a perfect base coat, but it's gonna work. So the two glitters I'm using are both, of course, from the Glitter Grind. This is Tickled Pink and this is Trixie Dust. I'm going to be applying them two different ways. I'm going to put the Trixie Dust on as a tack it method, and then I'm going to try to ombre in the Tickled Pink with Mod Podge, so just like normal. So I have my tack it here in my little medicine cup, and I'm going to do that first because, I mean, it would kind of be hard to rub the glitter around if I put the pink glitter on first. So I'm doing the tack it method first. So, of course, all I'm doing is putting the tack it on the purple. It might get a little bit into the pink. I mean, that's fine. But I'm only covering the purple section. That's all I'm targeting anyway. Like I said, it might get on the pink a little bit, but I think it'll be fine. So what I like to do is set this in front of my heater that I have going over here, let it dry. It only takes like 30 seconds or so, and then I'll come back in and do an additional coat, and I like to do that just to make sure I have really good coverage. Alright, so I've got both of my coats on there, again just on the purple section, and it is dry. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the Trixie Dust glitter to that purple section. So now I'm going to go ahead and start rubbing. I'm just using a little bit of pressure and rubbing all of that glitter flat. So you can definitely see a nice shift in the looks of the purple glitter. And the glitter that's fallen from doing the tack it method, I don't keep that, I just throw it away. Okay, so this is how my brain is working. Since I put the tack it like specifically where I wanted it to be, it was just impossible for me to get like an ombre look because it stopped in that like harsh line. So what I'm going to do for this next part is cover the entire tumbler in Mod Podge. Even though I'm only going to be putting the pink glitter on the pink painted section, I just feel like that's going to help a lot with my ombre. So I'm going in with Mod Podge now. Same brush I used earlier, I just rinsed it off really, really well with some warm water and Dawn Power Wash soap. I love that stuff. So it's not going to harm anything when it comes to the glitter here. If anything, this is just going to add a layer of sealant over it. Alright, now I feel a lot more confident about going in and creating an ombre with the Tickled Pink glitter. So, I'm holding it pretty high up, covering the main area first. Then I'm going to tilt to the side and aim for the glitter that's already applied, pretty much just like any other ombre, only you're doing it at an angle. Okay, now I'm just going to let all of this dry before I move on. Okay, so the glittering process is done. I've sealed the glitter with Rust-Oleum Matte Clear Enamel, so now I'm going to pop it on my turner back here from Bama Cups. I'm going to add a coat of epoxy, and I'm also going to do kind of like a partial Milky Way. And for the color, I'm going to use Laguna. This is just Apple Barrel acrylic paints, because the more I was kind of looking at the picture I'm using for inspiration, I kind of noticed just like some swirlies of a color similar to this one. So I figured, like, not a complete, like, full-blown Milky Way, but just a little bit of, like, those Milky Way swipes. And of course I will show you that entire process, but I'm going to add 1 coat of epoxy first, and immediately after adding that epoxy, while it's still wet, I'm going to go in with this paint and do the Milky Way process. So I'm going in with some KS resin, and you guys know my epoxy process is an absolute disaster. It looks like a toddler's doing it, so I don't know how many mLs. I'm very, very messy. I'm so sorry, but just a normal layer of epoxy. And then I took some of that leftover epoxy and put some in a medicine cup and added quite a bit of that apple barrel acrylic paint, and you want enough to make it stringy. And then I'm literally just stringing it on with a popsicle stick. I'm so sorry, my hand is in the way. And then I'm going through with a gloved finger and just kind of swiping in the direction of that paint, just so it doesn't have like super harsh lines. It looks a little more blended. I hit it with a little bit of heat, let it spin overnight. Okay, so this is what it looks like the next day. It looks really, really good. So now what I'm going to do, trying to make it look as much like that picture as possible, I have some textured leopard spots. I definitely will not be using all of them. And then I have these tropical leaves cut out. And this vinyl is really, really cool. It is a chrome color shift vinyl. I don't really, there it is. So you can see where it's like green and then it goes to like orange. Very, very cool. This vinyl specifically, it used to be on my website when I did have vinyl on my website. That is not on there anymore. Maybe Tech Wrap Craft could have something similar. But what I'm going to do first is add the leaves, and I want to do that so I don't overlap any of the leaves and the leopard spots. I cut the leaves out anywhere between 3 and like 2.7 inches tall, just to kind of like give it a little bit of a variation, but I want them to be big enough. So I'm going to put these kind of like sideways at an angle, coming down like so. And I might not use all of the leaves either, but I'm just going to have to see. And while I'm adding these decals on the tumbler, I do want to say, of course, all of the decals I'm using are from Creative Fabrica, and I'll have the links to each one down in the description. Now, if you do not already have a yearly access subscription with Creative Fabrica, now is the best time to do it, because they are running a promo where it is only $4.99 a month. You get billed for the entire year up front, and that is a massive, massive savings. I will, of course, have their link down in the description so you can sign up. Even if you're just paying month to month right now, you can save a lot of money by switching to a yearly subscription. Okay, so now that I have some of the leaves on, I'm going to go ahead and apply the leopard spots. I'm just going to take a small square of transfer tape and just apply them one by one. Tedious, but I want them to lay a certain way. So I might not even use transfer tape. I might just be able to pick them up with my, because this isn't working, I might be able to pick them up with my little pick here and just place them on one by one. I just don't want any of them to touch the leaves. I want them to go in a certain direction. I think this looks really, really cool. It's very different. I'm leaving this spot empty on purpose, not because I'm going to put anything else there, but just because I kind of just wanted like just a different pattern of this, and I wanted some of this to be exposed. I think it's really, really pretty, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this on my turner back here from Bama Cups. I'm going to add the finishing 2 coats of epoxy, and this will be done. After some epoxy, I think it turned out so good. I love this color shifting vinyl. I think it just pulls everything together with this tumbler. It just adds to like how vibrant everything is. I'm really, really happy with it. It's something that's very, very different, but I love it. Before I go, like always, I do have y'all's cup of positivity for the day, and today's quote is, "Life is like a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving." That's all I have for y'all today. I really, really hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed making it. And like always, if y'all have any questions, please feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Be kind, love one another, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!